Hello, welcome back to Ready, Set, Go Fish. It has been a very long time since I've made a video, and honestly, these fish are just being awesome. And they've grown a ton since you guys have seen them last. I've been taking a break from making these videos. Life's just gotten busy with a kid and doing all kinds of other stuff, but these fish have just been an anchor throughout the whole thing. They're always in here doing their thing, looking awesome. Just a lot of fun to have in the house. Um, Honestly, they're the perfect pet. Like, they don't bark. I guess I have to clean up their poop a little bit, but it's hard to complain. They give me a ton of joy to watch, and they just keep getting better and better. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, but these fish are huge now. Like, I've got a pretty big hand, and that fish is like a good bit longer. Like, he's probably 11 inches. That one's probably 12 inches. Like, they are huge now. The colors are, they're pretty good. Like, they vary depending on fish, of course. We've got he's some kind of a Nimbochromis. I'm not exactly sure. Venustus here, Obi Borlei, the sand diver. He's never fully come into sand diver, like brilliant colors, but not bad, not bad. Of course, the Malawi trout. Doesn't turn out so great on the camera, but man, he's pretty sometimes. Let me give you guys the second lights here. I've got some fluorescent lights, like right at the top front. Check this out. There we go. Gives them just a little more oomph with the color. The star sapphire, looking great. Got a couple of like random peacocks in here. Just oversized OB. If anybody knows what this guy is, or has any suspicions, let me know. Insignis keeps on growing. This is a super underrated fish. He's just like peaceful, beautiful, colored up really early. It's great. Malawi hawk in the back, looking badass. This wild profile. Aristochromis christii. I think he's named after Aristotle because of his face. At least that's what I've heard. And you know what's funny? This guy right here, he's the only, this is Bucochromis spectabilis. He's the only buco I have in this tank. He has been chilling in this corner for a couple of years now. He's not like the dominant fish, but he always is over here. And he's had this spot for a long time, and that's where he'll remain. So I'm gonna throw in a little food. Just to put a little movement in the tank. These guys are hungry. You know, the longer I keep fish, the less I feed them. It's a real temptation, like if you're relatively new to the fish game, to overfeed your fish. Some people, like the really experienced guys, probably think I'm overfeeding them right now. But this is only once a day, so not too bad. I have experienced in the last 6 months or a year, I've had some issues with bloat and disease. So I've learned the hard way that overfeeding is not a good thing. So this tank is looking pretty awesome these days. Check this out. So I've got this grow light. Got all these plants on top. Some of them are growing like in these boxes I'm making now. They're all full of leca, and the plants just love it. And I'm actually doing some other stuff too that's kind of cool. Like I've got these other boxes, like this one's getting water pumped into it. Got this bridge now, which is pretty sweet. The fish just like cruise from this tank over to this one whenever they feel like it. And I've got this like You can't see it so well, it's so overgrown. This is a terrace that I've created that like, it's a bit of a filter system in it and wicks up water, so I've never watered this thing. Well, I guess I did to like germinate the seeds, but I haven't watered it in months. This is just kind of chilling here right now, but lots of little projects going on. And these fish are, I've never seen a hungrier tank of fish in my life. They're like this all the time. They would eat 10 times a day, I think. So, throw a little food in. I'll point out a few of the highlights here. There you go, guys. Enjoy. This is one of my favorites. I hope it gets really huge. This is a little bit sad. I've got this guy. He's a Borlei or Borlei, whatever, however you pronounce it. And you can see he's got a growth on his face. It's lymphocystitis probably. Such a bummer because he's one of my favorite fish. Like, get those egg spots. He's just a beauty. And he's giant. Like, they don't all have the genes to get this big. VC10 looking badass there at the top with his vertical stripes. Nice blue head. And you know what's interesting? Where is he? There he is. You guys have seen this fish. I've had him for a long time. This is a living stoneye, and you could barely, or at least, you know, to my eyes, it's not easy to tell who he is because he's so blue. He looks like mini fish from Malawi. But just tonight, for the first time, he's turned blue, which is very interesting. He's always had the more typical markings, you know, the kind of polka dot brown and white look, but he is like full on. He's not a kid either. I've had him for 2 years and he was an adult when I got him. So, just keeps changing. I will say he's a little bit beat up right now, so I think there's some territorial issues going on. I'll pass the camera over the rest of these guys, the more interesting ones at least. It's a cool Compressiceps. OB Compressiceps. What is that guy called? Tolai. He's a more unusual. You know, this one, he's not the most standout fish, but if the light hits him just right, he is like really, really beautiful. An unusual body shape too. I think he's an underrated fish. So many good ones in here. Psittacomus milomo. Super peaceful. Deep water hap. I think that is a Taiwan reef albino. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, and this is one I'm enjoying a whole lot. You guys have seen him when he was a baby, but in the past 8 months or so since I've had a video, this guy is like really looking good. This is Bucochromis nodotania, the Buco Nodo, and he is just really something. When I got him, and he was like the pick of the litter. Like, it was a pretty good batch that a buddy of mine hatched from very good stock to begin with, and he was the only one that was like colored up and looking good. So I feel pretty lucky to have gotten him. And I'm not expecting him to be in this tank too much longer. Pretty soon he's gonna move over with the big boys over here. So lots of exciting stuff happening. In fact, I'm planning on buying a few more fish before long, so it's all getting more exciting. It's all about the new fish, as you all know. So I'll be in touch a little more often. Happy fish keeping. I'll talk to you guys next time.